Hey, welcome into the West Texas A&M Insider. I'm your host, Lance Lahnert. We've got QB1 here today, RJ Martinez. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, first of all, there's a corny question, but here's how I open up all my conversation. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
Best thing
Today.
that I got to say this HTeaO tea.
Okay,
sure.
I like it.
I'm a big HTeaO fan. So,
I like it, yeah. What flavor is your go-to?
Coconut for sure. Yeah, we got coconut going.
Do a lot of the players go with this stuff?
Yeah, me, Knox Porter, and Nate Greek, we're big HTeaO fans, so we'll go sometimes after practice and stuff. So HTeaO, get us on with you guys at some point.
I love
that.
I love that. I didn't even plan that, okay? I didn't even plan that. Hey, RJ, what an interesting ride. You're kind of like, 10 years ago, this would be unheard of, you know what I mean? But it's just the way college football is now, basketball as well, where you go from Northern Arizona, to Baylor, to Texas State, to WT. So tell us how that's gone, how your ride is. Are you comfortable with what's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a wild journey for sure. I've been thankful for every stop I've been at, every coach I've been able to interact with, every player. It's been truly a blessing to be able to have this specific journey. Obviously, at every stop of the way, like I was at a different point in my life. Like at Northern Arizona, I was a freshman and a sophomore, and then at Baylor, I was like a junior, and then last year I was a senior, and now I'm a redshirt senior. And so, it was just at each spot I was at a different point in my life, and so I learned.
That's cool.
I learned different things at different parts, and I appreciate every single one of them. And yeah, it is kind of how it is in today's day and age.
Yeah. Are you okay with that kind of? I mean, you can kind of take us inside of that. It used to be a loyalty thing. Like I'm going to Baylor and I'm staying for 5-6 years, even if I don't get along with the coach or something happens. You know what I mean? But I kind of like the freedom that players have now.
Yeah, I agree. I think the freedom for the players is really big. And I think everyone's journey is different. There's still people that I know that stayed at one school as a freshman and graduated from there, and now they're off doing their own thing. And obviously my path was different, but I think it allows players to find their spot at whatever school that is. And it just gives them the opportunity to do what's best for them. Coaches often do that too. I think it's just fair for the players as well to kind of allow them to have that opportunity. And everyone's journey is different, but the opportunity is great for them.
You've almost thrown for 1,000 yards in 3 games. Buffs are 1-2, coming off a really nice win there against Western New Mexico. So how's the start been for you?
It's been great. I think Coach Bain's done a really good job getting me ready, getting the whole offense ready every game. And I think we've showed steady improvement throughout each and every game. I've really liked how we started each and every game. We started with a touchdown every single game, and that's kind of how we want to start every game. But over the course of the 3 games that we've had, I think we've really shown a lot of growth and maturity, and I really expect that to kind of go on for the rest of the year. Excited for it.
Yeah, hey, we're in Bain Schaefer. You've been in a lot of stadiums in your career, man. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think of this place?
I think this stadium's really, really nice. I think it's better than a lot of FCSs here, even in Texas. And some stadiums I've played at in my career. I think it's an amazing stadium. Definitely something that anyone playing here shouldn't take for granted. And I really enjoy the stadium. It's nice.
I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I get a kick out of this, RJ, where they say the quarterback has to get on the same page with the receivers, blah, blah, blah. It takes time or they're clicking now. What is that? What is that about? Can you take us in? Does it take time to get used to your receivers? Is it their speed you got to adjust to? Is it their hands, where they want the ball? How does that work?
Yeah, I think it first starts off with what offense are you running. So if
interesting,
if you have a lot of like vertical choice kind of options and concepts, for sure, like our offense is really heavy on that. So yeah, it does take a lot of time because I have to know kind of what the receiver sees, what I see, and we kind of have to get on the same page if we're going to have those options. Now, not every offense has that. There's a lot of offenses that there's a play and then you kind of just run that play. There's not very many options off of that. In that instance, it doesn't really take that much kind of chemistry. I mean, it still kind of does with just, you know, how they're going to win on the release or, you know, how far they're going to take the route. But it's not as crucial as like vertical choice
that's
concept
interesting.
Offenses.
And so do you just get used to that, throwing to them in practice, whatever, going out, throwing together?
Yeah, you try to get as many reps as possible. And typically live reps are the most helpful because in vertical choice offenses, it's all about the look of the defense and how the defender's playing and things like that. So when you're just kind of running routes on error, it doesn't really give a great kind of look about how the offense really is going to be. But yeah, you try to get as many reps as possible. A lot of our guys this season kind of came at the end of the summer, kind of like I did. And so we really had to get together and throw as many routes in.
Looks like it's getting comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, man, I got to take you back to your high school days, if you don't mind.
For sure.
76 passes in one game. Still, if you look in the Texas high school 11-man record book, there you are, man. 76 pass attempts. Take us into that game.
Yeah, it was a crazy game.
Who are you playing?
We're playing Cedar Ridge High School. They had a guy by the name of Deuce Vaughn. Who was
now with the Broncos. TCU and Dallas. Elite.
He's an elite running back. So, so we knew that, and you know, he went for a lot of yards that game, and it was back and forth. It's crazy. We ended up losing the game. It was, I think, 70-76, or it was.
So it was a 6-man score there.
Yeah, 6-man basketball score, I often say.
Wow, I didn't know the score was that high. No wonder.
It was a high-scoring game.
So as you're chunking these, I mean, at the end, they're still real important.
Oh yeah. Every pass was important. We were trying to win that game.
When you found out you passed a guy named Johnny Manziel, you know, he has 75. Did it stick with you? Did you like?
Well, yeah, no, it did. He's my favorite player of all time.
That's awesome.
So yeah, when I had heard that, it meant a lot to me just because I grew up watching him, and just my favorite player to watch, my favorite player to ever play, college, NFL, it doesn't matter. So it really meant a lot. I was super
awesome.
Blessed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What's cool, RJ, is Nick Gerber played here previously, you know, and he holds the 11-man record for touchdown passes in a season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is that?
He was 11, like 66 or 67. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he lit it up. You know what I mean? They threw all day, every day. But two guys from WT right there.
That's awesome.
Texas high school football is special. What was it special for you Friday nights in Texas?
Yeah,
Everybody always talks about it, though.
Yeah, it was.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it's different. All the places I've been at, you know, guys coming from different states and talking about their experience in football, and sometimes when I'm telling them about mine and my experience, they're like kind of appalled. They're like, wow, like y'all had that many people at that game, or, you know, you played against that player, that person, you know. It's like, I mean, that's kind of what the state of football, especially in high school, gives you. So I believe it's the most elite high school football experience in the country. For sure.
I love that. Hey, RJ, you wouldn't still be doing this if the sport of football did not find your heart, did not find your soul. When did that happen? When did it find the passion you have for the game?
Yeah, at an early age, for sure. I just grew up watching it and really loved playing football. I started when I was 4. I started playing tackle when I was 4.
Wow,
looking back, I don't know if that's the best thing.
But my brother's a coach, and he didn't let his kids play till 7th or 8th. You know what I mean?
It's most people do.
It's all
my
good.
My parents are like, you know, if you want to start early.
Hey, how'd you find WT?
Wild story, wild, crazy kind of roadmap to here. But kind of really at the end of the day, I got in contact with Coach Bain just kind of through social media. Was able to talk with him and kind of hear his journey too. I mean, he's only been coaching for 2 years. This will be his 3rd season coaching. Was a businessman before that for 20 years, and probably more than that. And I just really liked how he kind of presented the game of football.
Wow.
In a sense that I had not seen it before. Had it presented to me before, which was really, really amazing. And really just awesome to be able to have that conversation.
Just really clicked with you.
Yeah, it really did. Just kind of where I was at in my life, and where he was at, and what he was, telling me about how to play the game of football and things like that. Like, I was just so thankful for that.
That is awesome. I got to ask you, I'm just amazed at the length of play call. You know what I mean? Give us a. I don't care if it's Baylor or WT or whatever. Give our listeners here and viewers a play call. And this is how crazy it is.
Yeah. Well, the craziest play call. So when I was at Baylor, we had more of a pro style offense. So that was kind of a long verbiage, shift and motion offense. So one of our plays would be like jump to troop right, Z phony, blast right, X depot, T flat. I mean, like, we had some long plays. That's one call.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some long plays there.
What you just said, what happened on that play, basically?
Basically, we're starting in, we're 2 tight end sets, so we're in 12 personnel. So they're in like a wing set on the left, and then they're gonna shift to the right, and then we're gonna motion the Z, snap it before the center, and then they're gonna run a deep cross concept, and we want the back out on the flat instead of the Z, and we want him protecting off the edge.
Amazing.
And we're like half booting.
How do you remember all those in all seriousness?
Yeah.
Is it repetition? I mean, just you go home and study and memorize?
Yeah, it's a lot of repetition. Like, and I had never come from a offense that had that much verbiage before, so it took a lot of reps for sure.
All right, man. Hey, I got to ask you some quick ones here. Last time you did a random act of kindness, what'd you do?
Held the door for somebody. Actually, at Walmart before this.
I like it. I like that a lot. All right. I've given you 2 tickets to any sporting event in the history of sports. Where are you going? I know. Where are you going?
Question. History of sports. I would want to be at the A&M Alabama game when Johnny won. I'd want to be there.
Very nice.
That would be one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second one would probably be, I would say probably the Texas USC national championship game. I'm not even a fan of either team. I mean, that's an iconic game.
No, iconic.
I'd love to.
Rose Bowl, everything. Yeah.
So I'd say that one.
Vince Young running in. Yeah. Couple of quick ones here. Big dogs or little dogs?
Oh, I have both.
Okay.
I can't.
You're like the volleyball coach. That's okay.
I can't choose.
Okay.
I love.
Give us their names though, real quick. Are they cool names? I have a little one named Teddy Ballgame.
Yeah, okay, I don't have one as cool as that.
Okay,
so I mean,
that's all right. Is it text messages or phone calls?
I typically like phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brush with a famous. I'm sure you've run into some famous people in your life. Give us just one quick one.
One of the most famous people I've met.
Maybe football player, movie star, musician.
Like, you mean like met like?
Well, no. Ran in.
Kyler Murray.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What was that like?
Oh, it was great. Like, I met him twice. So I met him when he was at A&M. I was like in 6th grade or something, and I went to an A&M overnight camp, and I just saw him walk. He was a freshman. He early enrolled or something.
Yeah.
He was just walking, and he'd won the state championship that December.
Yeah.
That December. So I was like, oh, I think that's Kyler Murray. I'd heard about him, and then a few years later, I was at Lake Travis, and Lake Travis and Allen were playing for the state championship game, and he was there, and I just happened to see him again on the sideline and got another picture with him or whatnot. So I'd say Kyler Murray.
That's way good. Our last one for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how good are you, RJ Martinez, at keeping a secret?
10.
Wow.
I'm the best. Yes, you can tell me any secret. I won't tell anybody.
We call that the vault.
Yes.
Okay, lock it up. You're the vault.
Yes, I'm the vault.
Hey, man, we can't thank you enough for stopping in today. You see just the it factor RJ has. That's what he brings to the table every day for the Buffs. Really enjoy watching you play. You got the juice. I like that word, the juice. You know what I mean? But you're fun to watch, and big things ahead. So thanks for stopping in today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Great conversation. Hey, we'll be a quick break, and we'll be back right here on the WT Insider Podcast.
WT Insider is brought to you by HTeaO. Located at 504 23rd Street in Canyon, HTeaO is a proud supporter of West Texas A&M Athletics.
Hey, welcome into the West Texas A&M Insider. I'm your host today, Lance Lahnert. So glad you're along for the ride. And what we want to try to do with this pod is meet all the coaches, meet players, get to know them, and a friendly conversation. And so thrilled to be kicking this off with Coach Terry Gamble. Obviously, everybody knows him. He's the new West Texas A&M volleyball coach. And Terry, I was looking at your resume. So do you know how many places you've actually coached?
Oh, God, I'd have to count. 1,
Yeah.
2, 7, 5, a few.
But that's typical of a coach, just kind of making moves for various reasons. Yeah. But take us in. You're a blend, played a national championship. Things are wonderful. 7 years there. You made a lot of accomplishments there. When West Texas A&M opened up, what was it?
Well, it was a great opportunity for me in both professionally and personal levels. Personally, 2 of my 3 children live in Amarillo. 6 of my 8 grandchildren live in Amarillo. So from a personal side of it, it was a no-brainer. From the professional side of it, that was pretty much a no-brainer also. I mean, it's WT. The volleyball program has been great. The people here have been wonderful. I talked a lot with Kendra, who is extremely successful here. Talked with Brittany, the last coach here, and it just seemed like a fit. So here I am.
That's a great question that we like to know. We're in our own little world up here in the 806, as you well know, having family here. What, from a perception outside of the volleyball world, what is West Texas A&M thought of?
I'd say family. I'd say that's a big one. And I can tell you community. And since I've been here, both of those have come true. I mean, the community here is so supportive and they care so much. And, the people I get to work with here are special. So I think between, when you think of West Texas, a lot of people go, well, it's a school. And the people make up the school. And that's the special thing here is the people. The people I get to work with, the people in this community, it's really a blessing and it's an honor to work here.
Let's start with this. Family gets to come drive 30, 20 minutes and watch Dad play, you know what I mean? And they've driven many miles, McNeese, Jacksonville State before. What's that been like for you?
Well, it's been really cool. My daughter made a thing. We had a big team event talking about YWT and all that kind of stuff. And my daughter wanted to be a part of it. And she put together this miles, and it made everybody cry, actually, including me. But it was like, she was like, all right, when my first child I was telling everybody Dad was in Jacksonville State in Alabama. And then she had the mileage. And then the next one, when I got, this special thing and the mileage, and it was always in the thousands. And then she said, now everything is 17 miles away. So the way she did it was, it was pretty emotional, and it was pretty heartfelt, or really heartfelt, and it was special. So it's been cool.
A lot of us in this life aren't fortunate enough to find we go to work every day, and that's our passion as well as work. You're not in this business this long without, obviously, this is your passion. Where did volleyball hit your heart? Where did it grab your heart?
Well, really in college, I grew up a hockey player. And so I was a rink rat. My dad was a coach, and I always was attracted to the arena. I always wanted to be in the arena. I always wanted to be playing hockey. And being from Michigan, the opportunity was all the time.
Yeah.
So when I went
you were a goalie?
I couldn't skate, so I was goalie.
Okay.
So I was really extremely blessed that I played at a high level. I got to play against really cool people that were some of the best in the game. And when I went to school, I got with the right people. I just, God was looking out for me. I was blessed. He put me around the people, and I became a gem rat. And the sport I got in college was volleyball, and I volunteered to line judge, and I would go to practice and just shag balls and that kind of thing. And the coach at Western Michigan at the time, who was really successful, he kind of took me under his wing, and that was all awesome. Of a sudden, here I am.
So, I mean, it happened in college, not as a young kid. By the way, he's being very modest here. He did play against a guy named Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, he was okay.
He was okay. He made. Some people know him, some people don't. You're right. but really the great one. But tell us your experience with that, if you don't mind.
We were young. We were in a tournament in Burlington, Ontario.
Okay.
And that's actually where he's from, is that area. And
was he already a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old legend?
Yeah, he was incredible.
Okay.
Well, he had to be. He scored 2 goals against me.
Only 2.
Yeah,
that's
only 2. So, he scored a lot more against a lot of other people. So I feel lucky that way. But no, and I got to skate with Tony McKegney when I played for the Southern who played in the league for I think 14 years around there. So no, hockey, I got to really meet some really cool people and play at a really high level.
Did it just end for you, the passion, or did you?
No, I got drafted by the Red Wings organization way back when, and went to the Kitchener Rangers training camp. Well, that was right at the start of high school. So me at that time, they wanted me to go and live there, and I wasn't ready for that. I was 17 years old, so kind of a homebody, and so it was time for me to go to college, and that's what I did.
That's cool, because we have a tier 2 team here, the Wranglers.
Yep.
And in the Knoll, and so those kids, 15, I don't think people realize that they're leaving home at 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, and it was really at the time, it was for me, it was education or going and doing that, and I chose the education side of it. So.
All right, so here we are at WT. You've already had your first box experience, as they call it.
It was really cool.
Yeah. I know you're kind of looking forward to that. You know what I mean? How was it? You guys hosted the tournament, and what did you think of your experience?
Oh, I loved it. And, it was one of those, I always heard about it. I always heard this is special. And then when I got there, and the noise and the crowd and the people and the atmosphere, it was a blast. I loved it, and I loved everything about it. It helped. We won that weekend. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
But no, everything about it was really cool, and I'm excited about where we're going to go with it.
Yeah, no, that's how are you handling no air conditioning in there, Terry? Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
It's kind of a home.
Yeah, it's kind
of a tradition there, as well as the box.
It's all right, Mike.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, it does cool off here eventually.
Rumor has it.
Yeah. Hey, you just got back from one of the premier tournaments in Division II tournaments in all of the United States. Everybody knows about it. Ranked teams galore there. You come out 1-3, but you take the number 3 ranked team in the nation to 5, things like that. So tell us what you learned about the Lady Buffs over this tournament.
Well, I learned a lot about Division II. This is my first experience at Division II and the level that we got to get at. About my team, what I learned is that we have growing to do. This program lost a lot of key players last year that I have to replace or I have to train. We have a great group of kids. I love their energy. I love that it really means it's important to them, the wins and losses. But we also have to get we got to change and get some different players in here to get us back to where we were. But that's my job in the future. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I learned a lot. I think the girls learned a lot. We only have really 4 returning players that played a lot last year. And only one of those 4 played 6 rotations. So a lot of our young people are really learning what it's like to not only play at Division II, but to play at WT, which is not Division II except for title. WT is a Division I program that, I expect us to compete at the national level, and that's my goal.
Yeah, I've got to ask you, Terry, you've done it a long time. So first-year coach, getting the players, your style is going to be a little different. Just that's the way life is. How's that adjustment been? And is there a trick to the trade of doing that?
I don't know if there's a trick to the trade. I just kind of just do what I've always done. I think it's adjustment for the players, but I've never had any pushback from them. We had like today coming back, we came back Saturday. We had yesterday off. We had a film session this morning, and it's the first time I got to show them what it's like through a coach's eyes.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing. Adversity can go 2 ways. It can either make you or it can break you. And what do you learn from it, And one of the biggest things that I've done is I've always been taught by my dad that you do it the way that best fits you, that best fits the girls, that best fits the program. And that's what we're doing. And I knew there was going to be some bumps, and there still will be, but that's learning, and we'll be good at the end.
I don't doubt that at all. UT Tyler is coming in. You got them in Angelo State, so it's a big week for the Lady Bus, but they're all big, aren't they? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, they're all big, and we still don't know our starting lineup. One of the things at the premiere this weekend, I played a lot of kids in a lot of different positions. I wanted to see what they could do, who could handle it. So we learned that too. So it's going to be, this week's going to be the same. The season, I mean, conference is the big thing.
Right.
So we'll go to win every game that we play, but we're also going to try to learn too as we go.
You mentioned a little bit of adversity there. You know, I'm always curious about people, especially somebody as successful as yourself. It's not all, you know, rainbows and sunshine, as everybody says. You're a very positive man, just being around you. I really love that. Let me ask you something. How do you handle adversity?
Well, I think that you have to learn from it. You know, the first, you know, what can be fixed? What can be changed? What can you do for a solution? You know, people take adversity, and I'll tell you exactly one thing that I learned that nobody's taught me better. I've been blessed with two beautiful people in my life and wives. My wife, Michelle, may she rest in peace. She had brain cancer and she had 3 brain surgeries, never complained, never said, why me, never questioned her faith. So whenever I hit an adversity thing, I look back and I go, wow, she never complained. How am I going to complain because of a volleyball game when we played bad? You know, so I learned that you try to just improve from that and be better at it.
All right, we got just a short time here. Can we go Furious 5 real quick?
Oh, God.
Let's do this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm giving you 2 tickets, Terry, to any sporting event in the history of the world, okay? Doesn't matter what sport. I know you're a hockey volleyball guy, but you know, in Nebraska with that, you know, in the football stadium, that would be on my bucket list eventually. But mine is the 1980, and ironically, you're a hockey guy, 1980 U.S. hockey, where Russia, USA, and win even the gold medal match. You know, you and I know that. A lot of people don't, but that's where I want to be in Lake Placid with my 2 tickets. Where would you be?
I'd be sitting right next to you.
Wow.
I'd be sitting right.
That's a first. I love it.
You know, and here's why. I'll tell you. I use that movie a lot for my players.
The Miracle on
Ice, and I'd be right next to you. That'd be the one. I get chills thinking about that movie.
I do too.
I'd be sitting right next to you in that one.
All right, big dogs or little dogs?
I have both. I have a big German Shepherd, about 85 pounds, and 2 little dinky ones that are 8 and 18 pounds. They all 3 sleep in our bed, and all 3 spoiled rotten.
I have a Teddy Ball Game. He's a Shih Tzu.
We have one of those.
Yeah, he's the best in the world. So text messages or phone calls?
Phone calls. I am horrible at social media stuff, so phone calls.
You've had a lot of brushes with the famous already. You know, it can be movie stars, athletes, whatever's going on. But what's one of the latest? Let us know.
Oh, God, one of the latest.
Or just one.
Wayne Gretzky's the one. Scoring is the one. But, you know, volleyball-wise, I get to hang and do clinics with a lot of Hall of Fame coaches. That's pretty cool.
That is way cool. That is cool. And finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, and since you coach females, I think this is up your alley, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best.
Okay.
How good is Terry Gamble at keeping a secret?
Oh, God, really good.
Okay.
Really good.
You're a 9-10.
Yeah, I'm a pretty loyal guy.
I love that.
Somebody tells me something, I'm pretty trustworthy and loyal.
I asked a high school football player this once, Terry, and you'll love this. He goes, "Oh, I'm the vault. I'm a 10. Just lock it up." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about a 10. I will tell you that. Yeah, probably. Well, my wife knows everything. So after that.
No, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, after that is I'm pretty protective of myself and the people that I'm close to.
And we get out of here, and I have a tradition here. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
Today, I got to teach my players during film session this morning. I love being around my players, and I got to teach them this morning and be around them. And good or bad, I love being around my kids.
And we got to hop out of here. I can't thank you enough for being the first guest
I loved it.
on the show. Great job as always. Don't forget HTeaO is the tea we're drinking today.
It's great, by the way.
It is great, by the way. And but congratulations on getting the job, and then the enthusiasm and energy you've already brought to the program is special, from the media to the players to the fans. We just appreciate that.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And hit them straight.
Yes, I'll try to always.
All right. Hey, let's hop out of here. Thanks for joining us today on the West Texas A&M Insider. I'm your host, Lance Lahnert, and we'll see you when we see you.